this video, you are going to learn about the different types of data. There are two types of data, quantitative and categorical. Data that can be separated into categories is called categorical data. Examples of categorical data are models of cars, gender, yes or no responses, colors, types of pet, city, and so on. Categorical data is usually just displayed as bar graphs and pie charts. Quantitative data shows a quantity. You can calculate the mean of quantitative data. Examples of quantitative data are time, weight, length, age, height, test score, etc. Quantitative data is displayed as box plots, dot plots, and histograms. So one way to think about this is categorical data is typically word responses. Now that's not always 100% true. You could have some number responses like your zip code. Your zip code would be an example of categorical data because it would not make sense to find the area of the numbers of your zip code. Quantitative data are typically number responses. Now again, some number responses might be categorical. Again, another example would be your phone number. Your phone number would be a number response, but it would not make sense to find the average of the number or the digits of your phone number. So typically speaking, categorical data are words and quantitative data are number responses, but you have to think about these things and make sure that it makes sense. So down here it says label each of the following as quantitative or categorical data. So your shoe size. Well, what type of responses is that going to be? Maybe you're a size 8 or a size 10 or a size 12. Those are all numbers. And so we could collect all of the data of shoe sizes of students in our class and find that average. So that would make this quantitative. Type of smartphone. So your responses are going to be Apple, Android, Google, things like that. And so those are all categories. So this is categorical. Number of texts received. Well, we're going to get number responses. So this is going to be quantitative. Your zip code. Your zip code is a number, however, it would not make sense to find the average of the numbers in your zip code. So this is categorical. Your eye color. Well, your responses are going to be things like brown, blue, green, hazel. So those are all categories. So this is categorical. Grade point average, your GPA. That is going to be quantitative. Those numbers are all going to, or those responses are all going to be numbers. Shirt size. If we're talking about small, medium, large, things like that, those are all categories, and so that would make that categorical data. Distance. If I asked you what is the distance from your house to school, everyone in the class would give me a different number of miles that it is, and so we could find the average of that, and so that makes this quantitative. Breed of dog. So the responses to that type of a question are going to be things like Labrador, Golden Retriever, Airedale Terrier, Bulldog, Boxer, King Charles Spaniel, things like that. So those are all categories. So this is categorical. Your phone number. Your phone number is also categorical. It would not make sense to find the average of the numbers that are inside of your cell phone. Shoe brands. So if we're talking about Adidas or Nike or Champion, those are all categories. So this is categorical. Number of siblings, those are all going to be number responses, so those are all quantitative.